I live with my boyfriend at his parents' house in New York. About a month ago, a couple days before Christmas, my boyfriend and I were in our room watching TV. His parents were asleep, and his uncle, who lives with us, has his room down in the cellar. It was about 2 in the morning, and my boyfriend's uncle came and knocked on our bedroom door. When my boyfriend opened the door, his uncle told him he needed to talk to him, so they went into the living room. His uncle told him that he thought my boyfriend was playing a joke on him because he heard something tapping on his door. And then his room got really cold, and all of a sudden his door burst open like someone kicked it. The cellar was pitch black, so we could not see anything. He called out to see if my boyfriend was out there. Once he did that, something started growling at him from the dark, and it kept getting closer and closer. So we got scared and started to walk up the cellar stairs. When between the cellar stairs, something that looked like a man went walking across the cellar and into the wall. After he found out it was not my boyfriend, he freaked out. So my boyfriend decided to go downstairs with him to see what it could be. When he walked down the stairs, his hairs on his body stood up, and he could see his breath. He felt like there was something in the cellar, but could not see anything. The next night, we were all in the kitchen just talking and playing Texas Hold'em, when a garbage can suddenly levitated and flew across the room right in front of us. Then we heard all this crashing noise down in the cellar, and the sound of someone running up the cellar stairs. There were things all over the basement knocked down and across the room, and it was freezing cold again. The whole family, including me, has been depressed, and we feel like there is something negative in this house. We feel like we are constantly being watched. The side door opens and slams by itself. I went in the cellar to do laundry one day and kept feeling like someone was standing right behind me. Then about a week ago, on January 14th, 2008, I woke about 5 a.m. to the sound of someone banging on the walls outside my bedroom door down the hallway. When I opened the door, nothing was there, and everyone else was still asleep. I keep feeling like something bad is going to happen soon. I will not even go into the cellar by myself anymore. From the time I was 12 until I was 19, I lived in a house that was fairly far out in the country. Our closest neighbors were over a mile away, and most of our backyard consisted of a heavily wooded mountain. That being said, when I first moved there, I wasn't afraid to stay home alone when my mom went to work and my dad took my brother out for a fishing trip. That was until I had my first experience in my home. I was walking from my bedroom, which was at the far end of the house, to our kitchen, when I suddenly felt the need to stop dead in my tracks in our living room. I stood there for a second, before every door, including doors to the outside and cabinet doors, came open at the exact same time. Needless to say, I spent the rest of the day on the phone with a friend. As strange as that was, I brushed it off until the nightmare started. Several months after the door incident, I began to have dreams of a man I'd never seen in my life. He would always stand in our kitchen and turn to glare at me and say,
"You don't belong here."
before turning to completely face me, revealing a shirt covered in blood. Those nightmares continued for nearly 2 years before we had a power outage, which wasn't uncommon in the area I lived in. And I woke up, hearing someone saying my name and feeling a hand around my wrist. I shook my wrist, trying to get free from the phantom hand to no avail, until I finally yelled for Lady, my miniature Australian shepherd, to come to the kitchen with me. The hand finally let go, and I ran to sleep in the living room. I continued to have experiences in this house, including seeing 2 children and waking up to someone sighing in my ear until I moved. Can anyone explain this to me? Why was I the only one they targeted?